Hey Virgo, and welcome to your tarot love reading. And Virgo, I'm gonna pull out your first card for you first. What are you looking for, Virgo? What are you focusing on right now? Because right now, I don't think you're satisfied with an outcome. I think you're really focused on how abundant you are in your finances. Right now, you're learning about it. That's why it's like a page here, because you're studying about it, you're learning about it, but you're not abundant with it yet. But you're surrounded by all this abundance, all this beauty around you. But you're so focused on your lack, Virgo, that makes you not even appreciate what is surrounding you, what you can actually tap into to be abundant. Right now, you're focused on your lack instead of what can give you actual abundance, because you're surrounded by abundance, Virgo. Instead of appreciating the abundance you do have, you're wanting something else, and that's making you feel like you're lacking. And that lack mentality is actually keeping you from really appreciating the abundance that surrounds you all the time. Maybe that's what you're trying to figure out for yourself, Virgo, is how to be abundant. And it's realizing that you're so focused on trying to figure out how to be abundant, you're not even appreciating the abundance that you are surrounded by. Get where I'm going with that, Virgo? You're like so trying to figure out how to be more abundant that you're not appreciating the abundance that you do have. When it comes to our ego is never ever satisfied. Even if we get to a certain goal and say it's tied to abundance, right? Our finances, if you want to be focused on the thing that you're most focused on, your pentacles. And when it comes to we'll set goals, right? So by the end of 2020, I want to have X amount of money. Then 2020 is almost done, and you say you're 99.99% there. So actually being really grateful for the 99.99% that you do have, you start to not appreciate that because you feel like you lack that 0.001%. That 0.001% is keeping you from actually enjoying that 99.99% you do have. Get where I'm going with this, Virgo? Appreciate what you have instead of not appreciating what you don't have. Focus on what you do have so you can actually manifest more of what you have. That's how you manifest. You focus on all the energies that you do have and enjoy and really appreciate that, so you create an energy of abundance, because you only can create from abundance instead of lack. Right now you're focusing on your lack too much instead of all the abundance that's surrounding you. Then it's also reflecting out on your connection because you feel like your person is hidden away from you. Now, mind you, I said that's how you feel. That's why this is in reverse, because it's how you feel. You feel like your person is going away from you because you feel like you're not worthy. How you feel, Virgo, is going to definitely really, I just saw some orbs. It's really going to affect how you manifest. And there's a lot of orbs here for you, Virgo, so if you've been looking for orbs, there they are for you. Anyways, Virgo, going back to you. So, how you feel about yourself, your person is always going to mirror that back to you. If you really want to be with the person, you have to have the inner union. And yes, you have to be abundant in all four alchemical elements. It doesn't matter how much money you have, mind you. It's not the quantity, it's how you feel about it. You have to really appreciate what you do have before the universe is going to give you more. Because the universe is not going to give you more if you don't appreciate what you already have. If you're always looking for the next big amount coming, not appreciating what you have, you're always going to be looking for the next big amount coming. Because you're never ever going to manifest it because you're not appreciating what you do have. That's how the law of attraction works. You appreciate what you do have, then you're going to attract more because you do appreciate what you have. That's the energy you need to be in. Because even if the universe gave you more, you're not going to appreciate it then because you're not appreciating what you have now. Because what you have now is all that matters. Not what could be or what has been, but what you have now. You have to be in the present moment to be able to manifest too. Because everything happens in the present moment. Not what's going to happen or what has happened, but what is happening now. Right now, you learn how to appreciate what you do have so you can actually manifest the things you do want to have. That's your biggest lesson right now, Virgo. I think the rest of this reading is going to confirm that for you. But just to lay it out for you, we'll see how it plays out. What I'm seeing playing out here, Virgo. Yes, you're very highly intuitive and you recognize yourself as a high priestess, and therefore you think you just manifest things the way you want to. And you think you should just be abundant. But everything that's surrounding you right now is not showing that. But internally, that's how you feel. Because you know that you recognize that you're the high priestess. But what is your person mirroring back to you? Look at that. He's not surrounded by abundance. And that's your viewpoint of him. But he's still passionate about you, just like you're passionate about yourself. I think that's one thing that you're really striving on right now is how you actually value yourself. Like internally. Right now you're not manifesting things externally, but your inner world is not even in the truth. Because this is in reverse, right? So like he's passionate about you because you're passionate about him. So it's always going to be the case with you, Virgo, when it comes to how you feel about your person. But just because you feel really strongly about your person, Virgo, you recognize yourself as the high priestess. That's awesome. But I think this is ego's perspective, because what your person is mirroring back to you is not that. He's actually showing you that you have to go inwards and do a lot more work on yourself and put to death those things that don't serve you anymore. That's what you're learning to do, because right now, you're wanting to be with the person, but you view that he's being surrounded by out as chaos, and he needs to learn his lessons too. That's what the world card is there. The wreath in this deck surrounds the world. It's in the world card. So right now, you two are going through a cycle again. And when you went through it previously, you didn't learn everything you needed to learn. So you're going to go through it again so that at the end of it, that cornucopia is full. It's prosperous. It's abundant. Right now, it's not. Whatever you needed to learn prior, Virgo, you didn't learn. It was only your ego that made you feel like you did, because you see yourself as a high priestess, being highly intuitive. You have it all figured out. You know about Akashic records. You know about yin and yang, how to be balanced. You got all this esoteric knowledge. And then you think since you're so knowledgeable that everything should just fall in place. But mind you, this connection is not based on ego. It's based on connection itself. And the connection is from essence to essence, not from ego to ego. Right now, Virgo, you got a lot of spiritual ego going on. You know, it's great to have spiritual knowledge, but it's not the driving force or factor in this connection. This connection is based on no conditions, and spiritual ego has a lot of conditions. You're perceiving yourself to be better than your person because you're so much more knowledgeable. That's why you think he's lacking. He's not as knowledgeable as you, but you still are passionate about him, and he's passionate about you. That's never ever going to go away. You're always going to feel like your person's coming towards you passionately. You're always going to feel that. That will never go away either, because this connection is based on no conditions. So how you feel about your person is not going to go away. It's always going to be there, that pull. So Virgo, what I highly recommend is, I highly recommend getting coaching. That's just straight up. Because right now, you're too much in your spiritual ego. And one thing that's really powerful with my coaching is helping people recognize their ego. So then they could be more in tune with the connection and how it is. And instead of the ego interrupting. Right now, your ego is perceiving that you're better than your person, and you have to learn how to balance it out, because your person is you. If you think you're better than your person, then there's a part of you that is lacking. And that's something that you have to figure out. If you can't figure out on your own, then get some coaching from me. Well, Virgo, I love you a lot, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.